YaHuWaH Elohim will destroy the whore of Babylon by giving her a double cup of all of the blood that she has spilled on the earth. This time is coming, and it is prophetically hinted at in the book of Kings, when Eliyahu, the Tishbite, who has been called Elijah, threw down the challenge against the 400 prophets of Baal and the 450 prophets of Asherah or Ashtaroth, the consort of Baal. Eliyahu challenged the prophets that they would show up at Mount Carmel and that they would prepare a sacrifice without adding fire, and that the Elohim that answered by sending fire from the heavens would be the true Elohim. The prophets of Baal, they sacrificed their slaughtering and they brought it and laid it on the altar, and they wept and they wailed and they danced around and they worked themselves up into a frenzy all day long, praying for the Lord to hear them, because that is what Baal means. But Baal, the Lord, did not respond. Eliyahu laughed at them and mocked them and said, perhaps your mighty one is sleeping. Maybe he's meditating. You need to be louder and wake him up. Finally, it was Eliyahu's turn, and he repaired the altar of YaHuWaH that had been torn down, and he saturated the sacrifice with water, and he saturated the sacrifice in so much that a moat that was around the altar even filled up. And then he called on the name of YaHuWaH, because Eliyahu means my Elohim is YaHuWaH. Eliyahu called on the name of YaHuWaH, Elohim of Yisra'Єl, and YaHuWaH answered with fire, and he sent fire down that completely consumed the sacrifice in the eyes of all of Israel. And they turned back to YaHuWaH Elohim, and they turned back from their sins. They tore their hearts before the true creator of heaven and earth. And then those false prophets of Baal and Ashtaroth were put to death by the edge of the sword. And so it shall be at the appearance of Yahushua in his day, when he comes in all the esteem with the messengers and the Kodashim, the set apart ones with him. He will annihilate those who worship other mighty ones and those who practice abominations. It shall come to pass.